Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good week last week. Thanks for tuning in to the Monday Grind and kicking your week off with some extreme metal. We got 4 bands to check out today because we've got some longer tracks, 3-minute plus, which is not normally the case on this channel. Here we go. This is a new band to the channel, I think. DISCOURTEOUS with Concrete Echoes. They need more subscribers, so let's get on board with these guys. Here we go. Wicked job, man. That was a quick 3 minutes for me. Absolutely loved every second of it. Blasting all the way through, which was sick. Could hear every member of the band. A really great mix. Mixed and mastering by someone who did say there. But yeah, they did a great job. Everything popped through the mix, even the bass again, like we're expected nowadays. Love the double layered vocal as well. Really made it heavy. Nice breakdown section in there to just quickly break away from the blasting energy. The sickest drummer, so yeah, killing it, loved it. This is Peacemaker, Cutthroat Cameo. What's these guys from South Florida? Here we go.
You sick fucks, you've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
We'll
Bands are so friggin' heavy nowadays. It's ridiculous. The sound that these bands can produce, it just absolutely rattles down your ears. It's amazing. Loved it. The snare on this one sounded incredible. The pang on it, the high-pitched pang cut through all that low-end deep noise, sounded amazing. I like the double vocal again in this one. Layered it up, made it super heavy again. Yeah, really dope. This is our friends Basement Torture Killings with a Piquerist on Gore Grinder. Here we go.
The body was found in a small clearing a few yards from thick woods. The victim had been badly mutilated with numerous stab wounds and lacerations, including to the face and genitals. Multiple organs were also removed, and whilst police say there was no sign of sexual assault, it is clear that the motive for the killing was sexual.
Killer! Basement Torture Killing. Man, extreme metal has never been in a better place. There's so many dope bands, high quality bands, where everyone in the band is absolutely ripping out. The drummers nowadays are just absolutely off the chain. There's still wicked riffs to be made, and just with the new tones as well, extra heaviness coming from the guitars. We've talked about the bass enough just recently, but the bass is killing it. double layered up vocals, distortion on the vocals, just to make the vocal even heavier than it's ever been as well, thicken it up. Man, bands are just absolutely killing it. And in the extreme metal scene, you know, you can listen to bands now like this with a high quality video as well, and they sound as high quality. They're not, you know, these are underground bands that we're listening to, don't get me wrong, but they don't sound underground, or they don't sound like the underground used to anyway. These are high quality bands with high quality production, really high level musicianship from every single member of the band, and a top quality video to go on top of it as well, if you're into that kind of stuff, which I am anyway. You cannot ask for any more. I mean, it's absolutely peaking out in every direction. Never been a better time to be into the most craziest metal that you used to have to dig right into the deepest depths to find, and then it was crusty as hell because, you know, there wasn't any kind of funds behind this kind of music to make it professional sounding. Things have changed nowadays, and man, it sounds so great on the ears. I absolutely love it. To hear all those drum beats coming through is amazing. We're going to finish off with our good friends PUPIL Slicer, who we haven't seen for a while because they put an album out and then it's been a while since then. But they're very, very pleased to see him back round again. These are one of the dopest modern mathcore bands that are going around at the moment. This is Black SCRAWL. It's a nice long one, so let's finish off with these guys. The drums just punch. Bass sounds sick as hell. Love it. Killer. Say. So sick. Love the video as well, my kind of video. What an amazing noise from just a three-piece band as well. To have all those elements shining through the mix. A place for the bass, a place for the drums, a place for the guitar, and a place for the vocals, all in their own space, all doing their own thing, but coming together to make one massive sound. Incredible. Most other forms of music, pop, rock, all that kind of stuff, and even most other genres of metal, metalcore, deathcore, things like that as well, are struggling, in my opinion. You listen to them, there's not very much new going on. Their sound hasn't really evolved very much. A lot of these kind of genres, they're trying to go back to the past to rekindle the good days, the glory days, and bring that sound back. And I don't, that's cool in a way, but not if you don't progress it in any way and you're just looking for the nostalgia kind of thing. I'm not into that. But we prove it here every single week, and we've done it now for years on end, that the extreme metal scene, and extreme metal, I'm talking about grindcore, anything grinding, death metal, extreme black metal, but also hardcore, power violence, emo violence, mathcore, and all those kind of punk edges as well that we love to check out. So it's not just metal, it's kind of extreme metal and extreme punk, anything with blast beats and shit that makes you go, holy shit. We'll have it on this channel. But for that kind of spectrum of metal, there's a never-ending supply of absolutely sick bands that are now high quality. They've got high quality production. Everyone in the band's got a great instrument, knows how to play it. They practice hard, and they're making new riffs. We're not just regurgitating the past. Yeah, we hark back to the past with some bits and bobs, because you've got to do that, to keep those things alive. We don't want to just totally reject the past, but you need to evolve it and bring it forward, And I really feel like the extreme metal scene is doing that. The bass is coming through like we've never heard it before. Drummers are the best they've ever been of bringing in new beats and working up the different beats and the sections in new ways. Vocalists are starting to add effects and stuff to their vocals, so they're not just all a raw shouting 58, which is basically what was a standard for years and years. We're hearing lots of cool effects on the vocals, layering on the vocals, extra heavy sections with the vocals, to bring dynamics to the vocals, so it's not just all which is basically how this stuff sounded for 15, 20 years. So, man, everything's popping off. The mixes are popping off, that they're spending money to make videos, and high quality videos are more accessible to these bands than ever as well. And you can just DIY so much stuff and it still come out looking professional, because the quality of the equipment is now professional quality. It's so sick. I absolutely love it. I'm buzzing every single week just thinking about this scene, just thinking about how cool it is, And I watch people like Rick Beato and other stuff like that, because I like to hear their opinions as well. And they're really down on music because they're only looking at kind of, rock stuff and what's in the charts and, what most people are listening to and that kind of stuff. And if you just do that, it's really frigging depressing, because there's just nothing new in there whatsoever. It's really, really stale. But I always just wish I could spend an hour or two with people like Rick and just kind of nudge him down this area. You couldn't just show him someone like Pupil Slicer and say, look, this is the best music, go and check it out, because it'd be too far in the deep end straight away. You'd have to kind of crawl him in. But I'd love to just spend some time with that guy, because I really think after a couple of hours I could convince him that extreme metal is the sickest thing going, and he'd actually have that excitement that I know he's lacking and he wished he had for the music and for new music and hearing new things, hearing new riffs, hearing new ideas, how bands are going about things. That's what he's looking for in pop music, and it's just not there. He's not finding it, but he could find it if he started to check out the Monday grind and get a bit of an ear for blast blast beats and things like that. Mad, because it's all here. It's absolutely all here. There's so much stuff to check out. It's amazing. So there you go. That's my little rant for today. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all the bands we got for today, but it's 4 absolutely killer, super dope bands. We'll see them all again on the show in some point again in the future. If you've got a new track coming out, send it over on the website as soon as you can. If you're in another band, not in a kind of an extreme band, but in a heavy band, and you think, yeah, it'd be cool if you checked out our music and talked about our music in that way, you can do that as well. Head over to the website. But other than that, we'll see when we see you next, probably next Monday. Have a great week. Cheers. Bye.